All right, let's talk about something that probably keeps a lot of leaders up at night. How do you really listen to your own people? We're going to dive into what it takes to unlock that collective intelligence that's, well, hiding in plain sight inside every single company.
So, what if your company's best ideas are just going unheard? It's a pretty tough thought, right? That right now, somewhere in your organization, an employee has this brilliant idea that could save a ton of money or completely change a product. But that idea, it just fizzles out, never sees the light of day.
And that really gets to the heart of the problem. Your company is literally sitting on a hidden gold mine. I mean, think about it. Your team on the front lines, the folks in the warehouse, in customer service, they see things that managers just can't. They spot little inefficiencies and big opportunities every single day. It's this massive, untapped resource. Now look, we've tried to tap into this gold mine before, haven't we? But the old ways, they're just not working. Suggestion boxes, they're basically black holes where ideas go to disappear. Those big innovation workshops are great, but they're expensive and maybe happen once a year. And feedback sessions, you know the drill. They almost always get dominated by the loudest people in the room, not necessarily the ones with the best ideas. And then the follow-up is slow, manual, and everything just loses steam. The old ways are broken.
So, if the old way is all about friction, we have to find a new way to create flow. And that's where this new approach comes into the picture, centered around a tool called Synfia.
So, what exactly is Synfia? Well, at its core, it's a voice-first AI agent. And the two most important words here are instantly and intuitively. The whole point is to remove the hassle. Instead of waiting for a meeting or filling out some clunky form, an employee can just speak their idea into existence the second they have it. It's all about being frictionless. But hey, capturing ideas is only half the battle. The real magic, the part that actually matters, is turning all those raw, spoken thoughts into something that decision makers can actually use. So let's look at how this technology transforms simple voice notes into powerful, actionable insights. The whole process really breaks down into 3 simple steps. First, an employee gets an idea, and they just talk. They say it out loud in their own words, and this is absolutely crucial. They can do it anonymously, which encourages that brutally honest feedback. Then the AI gets to work. It doesn't just transcribe the words, it understands them. It categorizes the idea, connects it to similar ones, and starts to spot patterns. And finally, this is the best part. Managers don't get a giant data dump. They get these dynamic, easy-to-read briefings that highlight the most important themes and ideas bubbling up from the team.
And this quote really just nails it. This isn't just data collection, it's idea activation. That is a huge shift in thinking, right? We're moving way beyond just collecting suggestions in a digital box. The entire system is built to activate those ideas, to push them forward and make sure the right people see them.
So, you put a system like this in place. What actually happens? Well, the impact is way bigger than just finding a few good ideas. It actually starts to change the whole culture of the company. You're building a foundation for innovation that happens every single day. You start seeing these 4 huge shifts happen. First, innovation stops being this big, planned event and just becomes part of the daily rhythm. Second, the whole process gets democratized. You hear from everyone, the quiet ones, the remote workers, not just the usual suspects, which means you get way better ideas. Third, all that chaotic noise, it gets transformed into clear, strategic overviews. And maybe the most powerful thing of all, leaders get a real-time pulse on what their teams are seeing and thinking right now. Now, it's really important to get this next part. This is not about AI replacing managers or anything like that. Not at all. It's about creating this incredible partnership between what humans do best and what AI does best. And this partnership is just fascinating when you break it down. Your employees, they bring the stuff that AI can't. They bring the real-world context from their jobs, their years of experience, their unique human creativity. Then, Synfia comes in and brings what we humans struggle with at scale. It brings structure to the chaos, the scalability to handle thousands of ideas, and just raw speed to process it all in real time. It's a perfect symbiosis, really. So, what you're left with is this feedback and innovation engine.
And this engine is always on, ready to grab an idea at 2 in the morning or 2 in the afternoon. It's always learning, getting smarter about the patterns inside your organization. And it is always translating all that raw input into valuable, actionable insight.
When you boil it all down, what does it mean? No more workshops, no more annoying forms, just results. Pure and simple. The focus moves from the process to the outcome.
So this really leaves us with a pretty tough question, doesn't it? After seeing all this, it's not a matter of if your company is losing valuable ideas. That's a given. The real question is, how many? How many great ideas will be lost just this week alone? And what's the real cost of not listening?